Welcome to Tagged Beyond the Award, the podcast that celebrates innovation, excellence, and leadership. Each episode dives into inspiring stories behind the nominees and winners of the TAG Awards, uncovering the breakthroughs, challenges, and triumphs that define their journey. Whether it's cutting-edge technology, transformative products, or visionary leadership, we're here to explore what it means to stand out and shape the future of your industry. Let's go beyond the award and into the heart of innovation. Here's your host, Justin Starbird.
Good morning and welcome back to the Tagged Beyond the Award. Today we are launching a new series for Informa called Tagged Beyond the Booth. And our first guest is Rob Lievense.
Correct.
Rob, thank you so much for joining me. You're from Minitab.
Absolutely, yes.
This is great. I'm so happy to have you. You're our first guest.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm honored.
So you're a solutions engineer for
Correct.
Minitab. First, what does Minitab do?
So Minitab historically started as a teaching tool for learning statistics, more graphically, more summaries, and it morphed over time into really kind of fueling the Six Sigma revolution into Lean Sigma, and now we've branched off into a lot of different solutions for manufacturing and beyond.
Right. I heard your colleague Kara earlier today talking to a customer about how you're integrating AI now. What has the demand from the clients, and your customers been for, those sorts of solutions, and how do you approach that?
So, in all frankness, statistics can be kind of intimidating for people. And where AI fits into our world is we've always been trying to be ease of use. We really wanted people to make it easy to use their data. Having AI assistance makes that so much better. People don't have to remember a statistical term. They don't have to remember a menu. They can type in a question, hey, this is what I want to get out of my data, and that AI assistant can help them in a way that we've never been able to do before.
Yeah. It must be really rewarding to be able to be at a show like this and see your customers and say, hey, here's our new iteration. What do you think?
Absolutely. Probably the common thing we've heard at this show and others is people who've known Minitab don't know today's Minitab. And they get amazed at all the different areas that we're in to help people with their data. And that's been rewarding.
Yeah. Well, your job as the systems engineer, solution engineer, really the one that's figuring out how it all fits together for these customers. What does your day-to-day job look like, and what do you actually do?
So I support our account managers. So for instance, last week we visited 5 customers in Metro Detroit. Automotive is one of our sectors, and it was really interesting listening to things that they're challenged with, and then not even knowing that we have solutions for those.
Right.
And so that to me is the most rewarding. Other than that, I work at a home office. It's a lot of outreach to customers, and a lot of it is getting them excited about using their data.
Yeah. I find that to be really fascinating. And, not just that you're in automotive, we're actually at the Informa's MD&M South. It's co-located with the Battery Show this year. What has that been like for you to be able to showcase at an event in person and have solutions for both sides of that house?
Well, it's really interesting to me because, we're the analytics side, we're the soft side. Coming to a show like this, you also see the hard side. You see all the innovations that are taking place. And, having said that allows us to go back to like our development teams, our research teams to say, hey, here's some of the breakthroughs that are going on in all of manufacturing, and making sure that we're on track with those soft side solutions to help them get the most out of those innovations.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought up innovation, because I feel like that's not just a buzzword. That's a way in which probably Minitab lives by, right? Mm-hmm. Making sure that you're continuing to iterate. You made the point earlier that the Minitab of before is not the Minitab of today.
Correct.
Talk a little bit about the approach to innovation and how you look to stay ahead on trends and on solutions.
So part of that is we have teams that are out looking at what are the things beyond what we offer that we hear from customers.
Sure.
For instance, when we were just statistical software, a lot of the people would say, yeah, but organizing my projects, it's very decentralized. We have people using all kinds of different tools, and it's really hard for us to gain relevance in that area. So we brought up products like Workspace and Engage that we have that help manage those projects. So we just really listened to, what are you struggled with beyond just that sheer use of data, and how can we plug in and fit? My talk yesterday was a lot about, technology for technology's sake. It's awesome, but if you don't have that trusted analytics, some of those trusted methods to verify it and make sure that those things are working together, you can spin your wheels. And so that's been kind of our theme in talking to our customers.
Yeah. So here we are live in person. You're actually seeing people. You're out of your home office, as am I.
Yeah, and we love Charlotte. Charlotte's a wonderful town.
Yeah. It's warmer than where I'm from, so it's
Michigan was 38 when I left, so I love this.
Maine was similar. There was a frost warning. It's exciting to see all the people that are here. What do you guys get out of, being at a show like MD&M South?
We get a lot in that it just helps us plug into the reality of what's going on in different industries. And then we can bring that back and make sure that we're aware. So as we're talking to customers, we're not talking to them in terms that were relevant 5-10 years ago. We're talking to them in more, predictive terms. And, that's really what our value is, opposed to just business analytics. We have that statistical side, so we can help people predict. So seeing the future really helps us with that as we bring that back to our development team.
And you get pressed for answers from your clients, I'm sure. And,
absolutely.
And you get new opportunities to talk to folks about, problems that you didn't know existed. What has that been like for you and the team to, really be galvanized on your messaging, your branding, and how you pull it all together?
I think it's just like we talked about verifying technology. I think verifying what we're doing is also just as important. So getting out there and making sure that what we're offering is relevant to people. And then if there's gaps in that, we can bring that back and try to close those gaps. Because nowadays, the things we hear from a lot of customers is, we don't want 12 different sources. We'd really like to have these solutions under, an integrated roof.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that we're really trying to do is, allow them to, move back and forth to solve different problems, but not have to go with multiple people to do that.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that consolidation, it's not even a consolidation, it's just being able to build a relationship with somebody that you know, like, and trust, and go deeper and wider with them. And I feel like that's the ethos of a lot of businesses today. So it's wonderful to hear about Minitab being able to do that. Talk a little bit about what's next. What do we have to look forward to? We're just into Q2 of 2026. When this comes out next week, we'll be just post the event. So you have a lot to look forward to the rest of the year. Why don't you share a little bit about that?
Sure, and just to touch on that trust factor, that's the unique part about Minitab. Minitab's been around for 54 years, but we really act a lot like an entrepreneurial startup because of all the new things that we're bringing to the fray. And we've traditionally been a lot in the quality side, and we have now ways to connect right to measurement equipment that we never had before.
Yep.
And probably our latest and greatest that we've got offered this year, we can connect right to equipment on a manufacturing floor and look at downtime trends, look at efficiencies. Another thing that we just added to our fray in the last month is very advanced experimental designs that are really, instead of going to a textbook and finding something and trying to fit your real world into that textbook, these designs really allow you to bring your real world, and we'll find a design that works best. So we're really excited for some of these developments.
That's awesome. Well, I really appreciate you joining me today on this new series for Informa and MD&M South. Rob, this has been awesome.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right.
It's been great.
On behalf of my guest today, you've been listening to and hopefully watching Tagged Beyond the Award and our series Tagged Beyond the Booth. Until next time.
On behalf of our guest today and host Justin Starbird, thank you for listening to Tagged Beyond the Award. We hope you've been inspired by the stories of innovation and leadership shared today. Don't forget to subscribe and join us for more incredible journeys behind the breakthroughs. If you or someone you know is leading the way in innovation, visit tagawards.co to learn more about how to get involved. Until next time, stay driven, keep innovating, and keep reaching for excellence.